Welcome to Shared Roamings. Our channel is dedicated to sharing travel experiences for the benefit of all.
When it comes to flying in and out of Japan, there are many airports that one can choose. The most popular one is Narita Airport, which is northeast of Tokyo in the Chiba area. However, there are also other airports around the country to consider. The one we want to focus on in this video is the Haneda Airport, which is right south of Tokyo. If you look at this map, the Haneda Airport is located in this area over here. From the Haneda Airport, you can take the Keiko line to different parts of Tokyo within 15 to 40 minutes. Narita is located all the way on the upper right side over here. In order to get to Narita, one would need to take a 1 hour train ride from Tokyo to Narita. One can also take a cab, but that will probably cost much more and get you there within 40 to 50 minutes. In this particular trip, we decided to fly into and out of Haneda Airport when we went on a cruise around Japan. We will focus on Terminal 3 of Haneda Airport, which is where the international flights are mostly based out of. Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 are focused on local flights around Japan. In this map, you can see that Terminal 3 connects directly with the train station, and the train station there is called the KQ Airport Line. The KQ Airport Line can connect you to the rest of Greater Metropolitan Tokyo. For this first section, we're going to talk about arrivals into Haneda Airport so you can be prepared about what to expect. One thing to note when you fly into Terminal 3 at Haneda Airport is that there may be a long walk from where your plane gates to the exit where you claim your baggage. If you need wheelchair assistance, it's good to request this ahead of time. One very important note is that you should fill out the required questionnaire in the Visit Japan website before you land in Tokyo. This will save you a lot of time lining up in lines and filling out paperwork when you land at the airport. It's a very easy form to fill. You just need to go to the Visit Japan website, and then you will need your airline ticket, your passport, and your mailing address in order to complete the form. They will ask you a number of questions about your visit to Japan, including what you plan to bring. And once that's complete, you will be given a QR code that you can use to scan once you get to the airport in Japan. Here is what the arrival area looks like when you walk from your gate to the very end. This is where you will need the QR code from your Visit Japan website. Or if you don't have it, you will have to fall in line and fill out some paperwork about your visit, including how long you plan to stay and where you're staying. After this, and only after this, will you be allowed to go into the baggage claim area. It's important to note that you need to scan your passport and Visit Japan QR code twice. Once when you arrive at the arrivals area, and a second time after you get your baggage and are ready to exit the airport. It's a bit confusing in the baggage area, and you should ask for help to get to the appropriate kiosk to scan your passport and QR code. When you exit the baggage claim area, you can go forward, and to the right, you will see an information center. This is a good place to stop to get more information about the airport or travel instructions from some of the guides there. They will also be able to point you out to the subway system where you can get the KQ line, which is actually to the left of this information stand when you're facing it. You will see several machines where you can buy various types of tickets for the railroad, and you can get a Pasmo card and then head down to the subway. It's very easy to get from Haneda Airport to different parts of Tokyo. Using the KQ Airport line, you can hop on and connect to different lines around the city. In this example, we show that from the KQ Airport line, one can transfer to the Yamanote line and get to Shinjuku in about 45 minutes. We highly recommend using Google Maps to navigate around Tokyo, as Google Maps can show you all the train connections and the appropriate schedules. Now that we've covered the arrival process in Haneda Airport Terminal 3 and how to get to the rest of Tokyo from there using the KQ line, in this section, departures, we're going to talk about what you will see when you come to Terminal 3 in order to take a flight out. There are actually a lot of things that you can do in the airport before you go to your gate. The airport is very big and they've put a lot of nice stores and places to eat that it's a pleasure to explore. So hopefully this will give you some idea of what to do while you're waiting for your flight. We arrived at Haneda Airport via taxi, and here in Terminal 3, you'll see that they have luggage carts available for passengers to use free of charge. You just take one, put your luggage on them, and bring them into the terminal. And you can walk all over the terminal with these carts. They're super convenient. So it's highly recommended you take one up front. One of the things we noticed as we entered Terminal 3 departure is this JAL ABC service. They offer to store your luggage for a day. For large suitcases, they'll charge 1,200 yen. For medium-sized suitcases, 700 yen. And for small suitcases, 500 yen. If you have a long wait time before your flight leaves, you could leave your luggage here and tour around Tokyo, and then come back and pick them up right before your flight. If you happen to be lucky enough to arrive hours before your flight in Haneda Airport Terminal 3, make sure you explore the upper levels of the departure area. This is the area before you go into the security area and into the actual gates where your planes will be waiting. Instead, before you go into that area, explore the upper levels that are open to the public. You will see that there is this area designed like a Japanese street market where you can see a lot of different restaurants serving excellent food. You will also find a number of shops here where you can buy a number of different Japanese products. So if you did not get the chance to do all the shopping you needed to do before getting to the airport, don't worry. There are a lot of options here to choose from. The products they sell here are excellent representation of Japanese quality and ingenuity. Looking at all the food options available to us, we really had a hard time trying to decide what to eat. However, since we really like tonkatsu, we ended up going to a tonkatsu restaurant where the chef prepared the tonkatsu in front of our eyes and fried them in this huge vat of oil. The quality of the food was excellent and the taste was delicious. After you're done eating, if you have some time, go to the fifth floor of the departure area where they have the observation deck. This is an excellent place to go and watch airplanes. You can watch them as they land into Haneda Airport and as they take off. This is especially cool if you have kids. They may enjoy just watching the planes take off and land. A lot of photographers come here as well to capture pictures of the airplanes. You can take advantage of some of the benches around the area and enjoy some coffee or ice cream or a snack. Again, this is a great place to visit if you have time. Around that area, they also have some hallways where they have additional shops. They even have an area where there are various vending machines where you can take photographs and buy toys or buy some electronics. This is an interesting area to just explore and walk around. You might enjoy getting some of these trinkets as souvenirs to bring back home or as gifts. There are so many other areas in the main departure area that you can take a look at. However, I want to point out on the third floor, you can go to the Haneda Airport Garden extension where you can find a whole variety of different shops that are not really part of the airport, but part of a separate mall. But you can walk through this hallway and then see a bunch of shops that sell native Japanese products, very fresh. Some of them they even make in front of you, like this candy shop making candy right in front of you. It's a very nice place to look at and just enjoy the vibe. You can eat some food as well in this area. There are lots of restaurants. Also, they have some mall type stores where you can buy Japanese products as well that are not so much souvenirs or gift shop type products, but real products. So it's worth walking around here and just enjoying the free time that you have before you take off. Thank you for listening this far. Now let's talk about what it's like past security inside the actual terminal itself, waiting for your flight. You'll find the standard shops here, such as duty-free shops found in international airports. You'll also find a number of different restaurants here that you can buy food from. Surprisingly, a number of them ran out of food, maybe because we were there during the rush hour. So it's not always guaranteed you'll have food. Um, the seating area was also pretty crowded. And even if you were able to get food from one of the restaurants here, chances are if you are here during a busy time, it may take you a while to find seats. So please plan accordingly. If you have the chance to eat food before you go through security in one of the restaurants I showed earlier, please do so. You'll have a lot of better options before coming into the terminal. I want to note that some of these restaurants, like this one, made fresh food after they ran out. So the food quality is there. It's just that the options may be limited. Finally, when it came to the area where we waited for our flight, the terminal gate area was spacious and well kept. We accessed it through an escalator. They also had the stairway as well as an elevator for those who needed additional assistance. The area also had its own restroom and chargers for phones and laptops. The only thing that was not nearby was any restaurant, so you had to eat at the food area that I showed earlier. You really couldn't bring dishes from the restaurants down to this area. Well, that concludes our review of the Haneda Airport. We hope that you found this useful. If you did, and if you want to see additional content like this, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for your time, and we wish you safe and happy travels.